Kwababim. Emra P.R.O 95.7 also live on Angel 102.9 in Accra. Na yemfa ensema hodwa ya bobo anu ni nyina no. Enso Emra. Na de tiane se Obi. Sadia Andy Kai no. They say sadia ni Mexico no widen.
I'm widen pa.
Go Christmas nso na eba no.
Yeah.
Ejeda be 5 odds bi gra do boa. Because 5 odds now and 100 you ground 500.
Yeah.
Christian, may I show say bibia bako. Okay, good. Mommy share man on some no in sumu kakra. Obi me chat you so. Na o dey remember ever few because maso play the second no. And some P na eba fa ho. Quite apart from that and so and enra na maso no. Omo second no enra na no. And Asante Kotoko, communications manager. Moses and Tribune for don't have the PJ. Also at the resignation letter. And so a buy. Or people say what is happening. Asante go dey see. Make I say in some way obi kind. Na obi was born young baby, but mema bo. Joe bo because okay make say me yes sure say sad we see. But no okay abem. Ya ba be hwe said the new Mexico and Legon cities so about studio players. Almost say omo players no hoko. Okay,
Legon cities.
I'm going to bless boy.
Baby jet. The baby jet. The one the car. Oh, but Chama serious. I was say Legon cities here friend Nana Kwame. Oh, Nana Jumai. Nana Jumo. Okay. I was here friend because we dey maintain who abakosem da. Who penny sem sakra dey maintain bi da. Say team abo match we lose. Yes, driver in 2 bars and corner players name for Kofi. Na Oma training at the Chinya Benny Day. That means one because league near Monko actually young co baby while appointing new coach. I feel also she said draws special 2 and they will fear. Now reaction is a ranting in form. Not team bus into empty in Kodia. Now I'm more professional levels as a football club no. Now was here your question Mokakra. Any 10 players are Kotoko ni Biana boy no insunsuno in sheda ni musa professional football club to bus na players na form it sounds we lose match I was say omu chirechirem I'm say omu fan base no cry sheda nso sa so they least care and omu fan ho they really don't care about reaction from the public but send your story no see trending there e idea omu din no imagine the idea back when was some and Legon cities we know we're very good in branding and this managerial decision is a stone age
other before bad.
Oh, it's way too much
because said
they took that decision why they take his decision one they can't say yes idea
na the bus driver so between as a penny na
penny
to can go back office
no move from kakra no be motivate brand na bo ma winning matches na
motivation baby ya mom skill we atin you team ya top boss friend say na mutim mo agege adam
na mo fa form I no na be mom
am be say bi om je om so do so ma kom kakra bi o be bia kom kakra be ma om ye so say e be say ma kakra anyway yan sha me no nsem kakra e Lewandowski winning the FIFA best in fact one of the last will be winning aside Cristiano Ronaldo
the last 10 years or so
yes Omiyonu now dominate but the Lewandowski then here very memorable say Ronaldo ni Messi mo winning and I'm sure say we can find
Chama in the first place now who here say Ronaldo ni Messi will start training they don't qualify to be there in the first place so at the end Lewandowski there COVID-19 project restart and it was all about Lewandowski and in fact I'm surprised back on Hansi Flick when we need coach of the year but
jogging club
jogging deserve it I mean jogging so Juma why Liverpool no winning the Premier League title for the very first time in close to 3 decades over 3 decades there no so say fata say be born about so I'm say this week na nkasa awards ni na bebre na predictable but here games ni mo baby I drew there afini ba na wie esa na ya na tactical analysis no kra no ya na players na mu kra no nya no no mo ehwe and as lovers of the game adiano o se wakuma wo mu a den a ho na we person obenya sika kakra free enti bonibia ni say ubenya kakra fu agro a opeso na also they are how far inti na no agro no be chance awie ya Liverpool and Crystal Palace Liverpool away game ema Liverpool Crystal Palace debo home na kai say Crystal Palace na otwe wie ya omo enya 1 point omo je point free Spurs so how much mu kra no omo di red card na so omo yire omo ho in fact omo yire omo ho na omo tumi enya results esefata na omo ehye West Brom ekanu omo timu baako ansa na omo ne Spurs 1-1 na omo ne West Ham United and so omo ball 1-1 so in the last 3 games at Crystal Palace abono dia omo enlusu game bia Liverpool so there dia Brunbe be vibe you know atmosphere sani omo jumadi si kono ahum keka wo camp no osoro jogging club and the best coach in the world the man Jurgen na juma yono eso ani ne say ohwe goal omo share against Spurs na chese ball na ye ball no na hu be bia goal be free aba inti ze sia no build in fact club adia wa ye ne say he's not just built Liverpool football and on building Liverpool as a football club but a corona kasa Liverpool na nkasa no wama nkabom bia babo ku meka corona nkasa mu inti omufra bi invisible strength team this Real Madrid nomine Bayern Munich nomine some Barcelona nomine was ahode no emre mu a ana omusi akan agro no mu aye den no uben so bi free baby na odi ahoden fufuro bi abeka agro no matumi awini and no opinion friend Firmino ya omutumi nya sa 2-1 win over team friend Tottenham Hotspur in fact to Liverpool kra na baby a omudai so omuda Premier League esro no na bebre na nsusu so ombedru sam pempenson because Van Dijk ni ho Thiago Alcantara num ni ho at a certain point Alisson Becker num ni ho Sadio Mane nya coronavirus Mo Salah so nya coronavirus na chese still now no even with Curtis Jones with Ryan Williams with all of those players and Gideon Sheda ni omu no say Jurgen Klopp etumi amamrantie we no ye kasa yi omuda Premier League ne so a na chese e ya dia opanyin no ne modemo eso ani inti Spurs 2-1 win ne de e ya dia mimi kra mi susu say season defining scoreline I betumi asesa Liverpool for omo shebre as far as season we are concerned na Liverpool ankasa away matches no e free mira om ko share Chelsea kamienu omo ntumi ansimo adabraka or Stamford Bridge no omo ne Everton about 2-2 away from home omo ne Man City about 1-1 omo ne Brighton about 1-1 omo ne Fulham so about 1-1 inti Liverpool ankasa results away from home no enye Anfield so mo kwa away dia na gidie no sheda ni ho so mbe pick maximum point but at least unim say eye dan Liverpool there ne draw there obetumi afa na uhwe the last 10 games at teams menu we abomeka Crystal Palace ni Liverpool afamu wins no afamu wotwe and Crystal Palace afamu mienu na who extended the crowd from the last 10 games now the last 14 games the who say Crystal Palace the last 14 games on Liverpool abono meka Crystal Palace on keeping clean sheets yes Liverpool afa meka Crystal Palace for 4 wins for 1 draw and Liverpool afa wins no kwan into last 14 games no Liverpool hit close like 10 wins out of the last 14 games almost so able now dear Dane Kran say a brand friend Christian Benteke enya available into ejumani bebrede ba koda Wilfred indeed so Wilfred Zaha so a brand friend Jordan Ayew nom ene mrante na wo ho no omo na be he so mbe ejumani in the absence of Christian Benteke ono your former Liverpool player and campaign pina grobi say beba no you extra motivated to at least make a point against his former employers now Crystal Palace for ankasa omo results by date and by competition omo last 21 Premier League games omo bono omo keep it just 1 clean sheet and that clean sheet no na a 1-0 win of team over team friend Southampton now share goals at Liverpool last this season we share 29 goals I conceded 19 so 19 goals at Liverpool are conceded no and only the number of goals at Crystal Palace to me share Crystal Palace I share 19 goals I conceded 18 into a goal difference of +1 in today's a high scoring Liverpool side and again a fairly balanced Crystal Palace or more some experience because Roy Hodgson there why Jumama the English national team why Jumama Inter Milan some major clubs in Europe no or a coach untumi underrated in any way but unim said na say no senior betting trends ni si kono adding say ubetumi a pinpointing a straightforward winner. There are certain games that are easily predictable, but now say muno a sense fixtures ne dos no a sense bronya ye ramu in kanka Premier League ni mu de enya de ombedi bronya ni bi 21st ombebo matches, 26 ombebo matches, 28 ombebo nti one hwe kra na coaches ni bi na managers ni bi a year rotation in terms of almost squad nti kra no unya teams no at omu best, you know, because of levels of fatigue ne senior without the crowd no so no supporters any stadium ma teams akese no any ketwa ni nyina no obi abre into factors are militate against, you know, good wins as far as Premier League near concern no dos VAR so abem wa shego a onim se wani age no na machine no e de ne lines no a draw nyoma ne kama no a che se onan etra line ketwa bi into ama gro na nkasa no emu ayeden into predictions no na nsem no ni nyina no both teams to score and no oya ne sana eya na ho to kakra ewom menim se Curtis Jones besi akan ni bi Ryan Williams besa repeat because midweek and a Brandon si akan against Spurs Fabinho numbe jinam Trent Alexander-Arnold bejam na Trent Alexander-Arnold no kra no hwe wiase afa na nyina players omo de mo so ani du ba ko no Trent no muom Liverpool about 3 or 4 players were the world best 11 him inti aba ni sana Brandon omo mpe so mbe go omo nim ase na awie e sanse enrachi ya na de mu world best him inti Crystal Palace Liverpool there both teams to score there Liverpool be show go there Crystal Palace be show go na yetumi akoye
don't go for straight win.
No, risky chairman. I can't na kakra bi ne akodi bro nya. Pressure no was soro kakra. Okay, Southampton against City. City lose sa go way. Na Liverpool share Crystal Palace. Na ekwan ana points abeda Man City otoso nkron. Any Liverpool no that's run acquire 11 points. Into me sure say Pep Guardiola ne da esu ni nyina ni say when your results cry against Ralph Hasenhuttl Southampton no was so nya draw. Na nkakra oni Spurs ani Liverpool no nkakra no fracture dia no bad nim olusu dia pressure no ebe wasoro papa ye. Last season Southampton for share City e kaba ko mantumi ante. Now share Southampton for last 10 games omo lose to Manchester United e come yen sama omo timu mienu no omo share ban e kaba ko mantumi ante o share West Brom e come yen mantumi ante oni Chelsea omo kwati panko miensa o share Everton e come yen mantumi ante o share Aston Villa kanan e mani timu miensa. In fact, in the last 3 or so games, no, or the Wolves about 1-1, or the team my friend Arsenal so about 1-1. A team wa omo 2 faces. Or to me, ball counter attack. Or bet me, I so keep pressure. No ama Danny Ings nominate, Che Adams nominate Stuart Armstrong, ne Ward Prowse, ne Romeo, ne Boys no. Wa heso be hit on the counter. A bi okra na Southampton team no kurano. Or to me, na just so bo fie no so here results obeba. Enya dia o kwako defend it inti na kwan ye hu style Southampton team no ebebo but Man City there obia nim se den ya obe attack na dia Man City for no omo results no ehwo asem kanaye den kakra ne se in 13 games, Man City about 5 draws. Only Leeds about 1-1. Only West Brom about 1-1. Only United 0-0. Only Liverpool 1-1. Only West Ham 1-1. Interestingly enough, of the games that team my friend Man City are winning 1-0 against Sheffield. Your team's number Man City are showing this season 1-0 against Sheffield, 5-0 Burnley, 2-0 Fulham, 1-0 Arsenal, 3-1 against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Into Ubehu Sheffield Ubehu Burnley Ubehu Fulham Ubehu Arsenal at least the bottom 15 and at the bottom 5 clubs there. Dear Man City a way to make results in terms of wins and in Saka this season. A must win for team your friend Manchester City. But interestingly enough, so check your back was say Man City for last 11 games some born the games no the last 11 on Saturday 3 p.m. we're winning into a banner sana. Now why careful kakra because maybe they have the motherland placed there. Last 10 games on bono in terms of Southampton winning mutu. Southampton are winning two last 10 games at Man City. Of course, history here as far as Premier League are concerned. Into check it out your money now the account not to me about to a very reasonable conclusion. Now Man City ankasa no this time no tempo no form omo pass ball no do omo pay De Bruyne from the perfect goal Calvin De Bruyne mo one shot Sergio Kun Aguero na bebem but Phil Foden to De Bruyne to Bernardo Silva to Gabriel Jesus na ball no nam sa na just me who style person omo share omo goals no this season. This is a Southampton side. The last 2 seasons, De Bruyne, no. Southampton won lose one last match before Bruyne. Last 2 seasons. It was Man City for no. Careful. And can grow where the American Sanka Mohamed Salisu. Ralph Hassan Aldama Salisu Ejinam because the last game as Southampton for boy no na Salisu Asia kind ebi I know no not bench against Arsenal no na Branche no at bench inti medical bomb rantes than Inks there or 6 goals only player back one and was so much ye to wild cause so confidence na basro teams ni mianu nyina no obia to Michel go inti bio meko for both teams to score. Man City against my friend Southampton. Arsenal Everton so from the 28th of November this year Everton lose to Leeds United a kabako no omone Burnley 1-1 omashe Chelsea a kabako omashe Leicester City away from home omo ma kamienu a omo end to me ente international ya dia bako ahwe former Everton for one no I careful kakra na team my friend Arsenal problem in here Arsenal for 11 goals this season omo concede 16 omo goal difference of -5 na dia hu ni say uhwe Arsenal teams Arsenal share goals at omo this season no Burnley 6 goals West Brom 10 and a Sheffield 7. Into Arsenal problem with either creativity or efficiency in front of goal. I had back where was a Maya drain so ecoso. Now 13 games Arsenal on all 4 wins, but 4 wins no so tier teams Arsenal. Etimia Shomo this season. Fulham 3-0. West Ham 2-1. Sheffield 2-1 and Manchester United. In fact, last 6 games, no. Yes, last 6 games, no. United, Arsenal have 2 goals in their last 6 games, and they've lost to Liverpool, lost to City, lost to Aston Villa, lost to Spurs, lost to Wolves, lost to Burnley. But unfortunately, for Everton, no, it team bien wa Arsenal and share ni bebre. 34 wins, 101 goals. Our Premier League them. In China history, so I'll go for both teams to score to be on the safer side.
To be on the safer side,
yes,
okay.
Newcastle, Fulham, both teams to score. Barcelona against Valencia, back-to-back wins. And no Messi will Hong Kong their win. I think I have to be confident in a Barcelona win. Barca there, only Valencia there. Yeah, now Messi come so ground there. Yeah, it's special for Messi. No doubt about that. Both teams to score mean who how Valencia Benya go, but Barca win. Elche versus Atletico, yeah. And also Atletico win, but Atletico have to be careful. This is an Elche side up. La Liga and Otosu do nine. But yeah, the away performance National League now Otosu watch. Yeah, the home National League now Otosu do watch. In Chelsea away no yeah there. But to me break Atletico for 17 games unbeaten run no. And also Meko for Atletico win. And no Meko for both teams to score. I don't have no problem about Levante Sociedad both teams to score. Leverkusen Peter Bosch against Hansi Flick. I'll grow away no and yeah, because Leverkusen in that league so on lose so much this season. Bayern Munich na tosu mienu into difference at Dortmund no just 1 point. 1 point at Dortmund. Lucas Aliero a branch with 8 goals. Omo Leon Bailey. Omo Obitse Karim Balarabi. Jonathan Ta. But match where no both teams to score. Now you Mönchengladbach Hoffenheim both teams to score. Leipzig Cologne both teams to score. Now Parma Juventus both teams to score. Brighton Sheffield both teams to score. Leicester City Spurs both teams to score. Make sure you said Daniel Amate about Messi a kind.
Is it a
go? Leeds United Manchester United. So grow away there. Yes, Leeds for no. Omuni ushia. Omu game some about Premier League. We are providing 40 goals. Omu they winning 4-3, 5-1, 6-2. Omu share goals, but I they almost are conceding. Into Man United so they goals both teams. Real Madrid Iaba. Real Madrid win.
How do you get it? Okay.
And as well AC Milan both teams.
Go both teams. Okay. Well, Obi tries and the Kakrantima. For Mamuye interested in odds, well, or the predictions not good, but the Akarinano age now. So I have P.R.O 95.7 also live on Angel 102.9 in Accra. Enti not new real kuni Obama ne mante o nyina no so yechi obia akosianom. Okay, Christian. Remember on so na share amanone ni mu kakra.
Okay. Sorry, answer. Before say be rag games no. And no obi raise concerns about Kotoko assistant coach na obi take over no. CAF releases statement. 21 coaches has been banned from sitting on the bench because we did the requisite qualification.
Okay. 21 coaches, including Africans, Europeans, Brazilians. The statement not to Facebook Live. Oko, P.R.O from Ghana. Oko Abinya. I'm sure so. Oko, Angel 102.9 FM. So page. Crowd. So Ubenya and also feed no. Almost say
Ghana had amount 30 days.
Na
CAF the amount
21 coaches are 8 teams no need the requisite qualification no has been suspended until tra bench.
Yeah, ma 1 day grace period.
I must say CAF raises standards for a coach to be admitted to the club's bench too. It also what CAF A coaching license. CAF A coaching license or its equivalent. And yes, sir, CAF empty say over to you definitely ban name fines. Let's I don't know. It's your banty. Well, I'm sure so Asante will go case. Is it Johnson Smith?
Only CAF license A.
Only CAF license A.
Into what means they say next game no say Kotoko anya hu bibia. They won't have a coach on their bench.
I think the goalkeeper's trainer, Black Stars, Najao, on the all license A.
All license A. It is they will have to feeling say Najao head coach. No my Johnson Smith assistant. No, but on the coach team.
Okay. Ntino 21 coaches I mean what I say able CAF Champions League any CAF Confederations Cup omo need the proper qualification you know. The agenda say CAF so omo tranchain. You can't even be on the bench of your clubs. And you know that's the new directive for now. I think it's 17 hours ago, and a CAF released this statement. Me sure say relevant in the context of a Ghanaian game now. Kosono. Chamo, Arsenal will need a resource. Arsenal here resource because they need to have their confidence back.
And the Arsenal boy against Everton. Everton. Otimi share Leicester City.
Share Chelsea.
Share Chelsea. Yes. Everton's almost run as almost saying
they are getting their confidence back because the problem for Everton is James Rodriguez in this game Mobi. But the good news for them is that captain AC Moscow I miss 5 games. Make here returning to the game. A game Arsenal will need a response, but they are playing against a team who on a bad run. I also need the confidence back. 2 successive victories over Leicester City and then Chelsea, and almost a team. But a big blow for Everton is in fact this season a branch of Alan are very very instrumental for Everton. But also a go out as a game or Arsenal Ebono, also Timmy Mobi. For the first time since 3rd October. And Everton enya back-to-back victories. Ye can't team start the Premier League, you know. The first 5 games, now Everton and Lusubi. But Everton equal a runner, no even back-to-back victories. And for the first time since 3rd October, and Omanya back-to-back victories. Again, now Everton for Enkipu even clean sheet. The last time Everton keep a clean sheet, now way back in June. And free side June neighbor no. Say Everton be with the crana. Now they were conceding goals. But the last 2 games are Everton abono. Everton did not only win, but mo keep a clean sheet. The mania jima Everton say unum say amone sa 2 teams no mo show nyina no against Leicester and Chelsea. In the second half, Leicester Everton and face even a shot on target in the second half.
I'm not shot on target in
the second half.
Okay.
Omba consider shot on target crana in the first half no maybe opponent and a shot on target against Chelsea are more a shot on target against Everton in the second half. Again against Leicester City in the second half Everton and consider a shot on target. So it's a team one a very good run in the last 2 games I'm going into this game maybe share Arsenal. But the bad news for Arsenal is Arsenal this season very 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 poor. 9 Premier League games, Arsenal winning one. In fact, the last 4 crowd here, Arsenal lose maku miensa. So for a team 9 Premier League games, what winning baku pe, and that was the game almost against Manchester United. From that game, the last 4 games are Arsenal bono, Arsenal elusu emu maku miensa, and then or what tia Everton form no, very good. What the last 2 games, and the Yastika, very difficult to estimate this resource. But I think the way Everton for ever wins, any confidence on Monday, but no, say Everton for 3 consecutive victories, I will not be surprised because Arsenal form no, any encouraging say, wait win against Everton. The form so fast here, Eba. It you say OBL both team to score. I am going for an Everton win against Arsenal.
Everton win against Arsenal.
Yes.
Oh.
This season, Chamo, Liverpool are dropping points there. But I'm not from Liverpool. Yeah. Only say I'm lose just 1 game pay. It is true. Said they are dropping points. But they are getting more lose games per season where I'm gonna lose the fewer number of games. Tottenham Hotspur and Tottenham lose 2 games. Man City lose 2 games. So it is true. Say Liverpool, they are dropping points. When they compare last season performance now, this season they are dropping points. But any team lose games. They've lost just 1 game this season. But say Uko acquire prediction over this Liverpool game now. You're very careful. Because they see the away games, and the Premier League table now, Liverpool better to 16th.
Liverpool of all teams this season, yes. Away home performances.
Yeah, the away results,
Yeah, away in
table. Liverpool better to Maku Dunsia. In fact, away from them yet. In fact, say what they away in Ukraine, Arsenal better than Liverpool. Away in Ukraine, Arsenal better to 15.
No, better, Papa Bay.
So they are winning Premier League table now. Arsenal to 15th no.
Better,
Liverpool better so 16th. Chamo, dear when he say, ye teams are consider away goals in the Premier League this season. Liverpool can. Teams now consider away goals per Premier League this season. Liverpool consider 12 away goals. In fact, the same away goals and Arsenal consider 12. Until away ni we have Premier League table now. Teams now are consider away goals as in Liverpool West Brom to 19th. We consider 14 away goals. And Sheffield United that also 20th. We consider 13 away goals. Liverpool are consider 12 away goals. Only 2 teams per and are consider more away goals than Liverpool.
But let's not forget say Liverpool away goals no team back and so
but
Aston Villa. Well, I agree.
And even aside that against Aston Villa no consider 7 goals from 12 goals from consider no. Chamo onim say 6 away games in Liverpool about this season. 6 away games no more. Omo winning 1 out of 6 away games are omo team about they are etimiabo. Yeah, they compare Liverpool team the previous 18 away games as long about the last 6 now Liverpool about 18 previous away games are 18 no more winning maku 17. So for a team winning 17 of their previous 18 away games and they winning just 1 of the past 6 then away performance ninye.
Okay.
Away ninye. Say okoye predictions against this team should be Liverpool air corner or away against Crystal Palace. In fact, Crystal Palace acquired 18 points from 13 matches. 18 points are Crystal Palace enya from 13 games, and almost second highest on Premier League history at this age. See about Premier League now about 13 matches. No, we 18 points. No, it is only the second time Omunya this number of points after 13 matches. Into more form also any that bad, and I'm sure so predictions be in this game be very mindful. Say Liverpool we are this season away ninye. Asante ball against Man City. Nana and the year stories no can say Man City say omun compare striker. So me Pep Guardiola I was say me fresh say me Pep Sergio Kunagero any replacement. Because I never kwa aha Aguero no say enya the form na ha no injuries and a man quite inconsistent this season. Sergio Kunagero this season more 4 matches in Twaso. Obo 2 9 did no off. No aba, no bobobi, no sako off. Gabriel Jesus a very good player. But onye Sergio Kunagero. There's a huge difference between Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Kunagero. It is Sergio Kunagero no one. Next Gabriel Jesus now the neighbor. You are not going to get the number of returns Sergio Kunagero debate me the amount. Come on him say a brand tier friend Gabriel Jesus 5 Premier League games this season. Wabo only 4 shots.
Pure FM.
4. Until me average even a shot a game.
A shot a game. But the good thing is that I had a shot no but I have 4 shots no. Washemu 2.
Oh, okay.
But for a player over Premier League, now for the whole season, just 4 shots per no team boy. There's a problem. Again, last season, Sena strikers in Sha. Oba say Kevin De Bruyne the goals in Mount. Mayfield does it go the Eddie Mount. This season, Kevin De Bruyne and she go from open play. Open play. Kevin De Bruyne for born Tottenham in open play. In fact, I said 2 goals. 2 goals in 9 penalties. 2 goals from Kevin De Bruyne in 9 penalties. So Sergio Kunagero no one said. Na Gabriel Jesus in 5 returns in the mount. Na Mayfield does in 5 goals in the mount. You need a potent striker to replace Sergio Kunagero. And yes, sir, it is plain and clear they're not scoring goal this season. This is no Premier League game now. Crack. And they are playing against Asante Timua. Ne form ne. In fact, last 11 games as Asante na bono. Olusu just 1 pe. 1 pe no motimi lusu. And to make matters worse, omu bo homwa. Se Asante e bo homwa. The last 7 Premier League home games omu bono. 1 shekra no enye 2. In fact, the last 7 home games are Asante na bono. Omu se 16 goals in those 7 home games omu timi abo. The last 7 there, 1 shot kranyem yenu. So a very difficult game for Man City against such a team. I have never seen Pep Guardiola say, "Oh, coach Timwa, ne watching this." Because since was starting the coaching career, we're in the worst start to a season. Say Man City and as a team, we are coach biya about 12 games. Now after 12 games, you know, possible points, you know, 36 points. Pep almost 20 pep has never happened. Say Pep in his coaching career, about 12 games. That's 12 games. And after 12 games, you know, or what 20 or less points. And this season, Man City after 12 points, you know, after 12 matches, only 20 points. Pep Guardiola's worst start to a season, and this season. Baby, I walk on a team or form. Man City in share. So they are only what you said. You couldn't agree. So no one available. Now Gabriel Jesus nobody goes in the against him at home no or 2 do no. I'm very much worried for Man City. So cause our game I'm not calling for win for Man City. Say baby akwana double chance for Southampton. Man City I had cry against Southampton this game no will be a drawn game. This season Barca are consistent.
Finally na yembra fee because the fee some no don.
Barca win 3 games in twice this season. Three consecutive games.
Yeah.
Barca winning been twice. But the good news for us is that Barca winning our last 2 games. Yes, Levante 1-0 and they Real Sociedad 2-1. So you are winning 2 games at twice. And for the first time, it looks possible say Barca may winning 3 consecutive games for this season. Last season, they have Barca about 12 games. 12 games, you know, emu 6 Barca drop points. Either say Barca lusu and as a draw in 6 of the 12 matches are Barca about in this season. And to make matters worse, Senkasa 6 games, you know, Senka Barca air draw one kaye. 6 games and Barca air drop points, you know, or lose 4. The season is young, After 12 matches, in fact, we are a Barcelona somewhere. O Timbo a season we na season in no. Ebia no lose be 5 matches. Ebia be 3 matches. Sometimes 2 matches for the whole season. But after just 12 matches, Barca lose 4 games after just 12 matches. Season, you know, I am very inconsistent. But the good news for Barca is that Valencia de Tashomo last season 5-2. But the last La Liga game your boy, you show 5-2, you know, away 2-0. 2-0. Okay. This season there, one thing I am consistent with Barca is that we have been inconsistent.
Okay.
And for a Barcelona team, I winning 3 games in 2 hours there. I'm very hopeful sir, for the first time this season, be able to win games in start to us.
Well, Christian Vasio, na ye farmer on some no NCO, na yen twaso en free fee because ye were fi some no do na wa. Na Agragon Olympics say obaso pam coach am say team also ko hu omo e yaro no because e don be coach bi am yapam no. Omo na ma Lagos City saki omo coach. And I got a Lagos City the abandon nti bas ne tuja bashu for do now so bas body obi o woman car and it ja place na e was stadium quite sad. The last time we can Obama because Obama say Lagos City is anya careful o me go relegation Obama na relegation just so careful answer but the said in New Mexico Lagos City still want to win a game. Yes, they are the only side in the Premier League yet to win a game and they scored only 2 goals. They've scored and no much of a 3.
The no match 1.
No match 1. And then no match back on 2 goals. Lagos Cities. 2 goals. And you cry. Na said in New Mexico and drops. As I will come you moment to move back. Your league games and Saturday in 70 and of course Kim Pfizer Hearts of that's going to be a big one. And also some Asante Kotoko. Coach Maxwell Konodu omo asake no but enra no mo sake no na no letter PJ Muzen so the babontin say was ono so resigning and the letter is dated the 18th of December 2020 we are live on Facebook the letter no ye dey atoho obetimi ahwe Pure FM Ghana o call Facebook and was such Pure FM Ghana that was join the live feed no obetimi ahwe jumedie bi na wasan eti said ye e share it na say the reading say I am writing shortly on the caption above. The caption above is resignation letter. Okay. I write to provide you with my formal notice of resignation as the communications manager of Asante Kotoko Sporting Club due to personal and professional reasons. This decision takes effect today, December 18, 2020. This is not an easy decision to make, but I ought to. And I appreciate your support over the course of my employment in the club. I truly value the experience, training, and knowledge I gained over the past few months. It has been a pleasure working with you and the entire team. I would like to thank the sole shareholder of Asante Kotoko Sporting Club, His Royal Majesty Otumfo Sejutu II, the unalloyed supporters of our dear club, the board of directors, the technical team and the playing body for an opportunity to serve the club. I wish you all the best as Asante Kotoko continues to flourish. Yours sincerely, Moses Entry Benefo. Eno eye krata PJ Mose the akoma Asante Kotoko. Say obi busa say what is wrong? Asante Kotoko, what is happening? Then the ACA, Obi number also because so now go can maybe can say pigeons why hope resignation be member. Emma make can say o say onye happy. Yeah. Say meetings you involved in we as a corner go defend it. Yeah. Sana okay because we just sure say because of winter. Yeah. But resignation about. Yeah. Immediately after, in fact, the same day I was like Max Oknodu. Yeah. And never grand yet is Africa match, no. Also, omo adjustments and Najao the better bench or be as head coach. Nebia, even though you be the assistant, but you be coaching the team. Yeah. And what then?
Chairman, where the anchor communication. So your communications manager or decision making process no one.
Normally, say for instance, me name the communications manager. What I mean, me fan of the public in terms of public relations. Me public relations. Yeah. Public relations a management function. What I say? Yeah. Public relations is your management function. The entire public relations is your management function. I say, we are part of management. Decisions will be taken. It's only how you arrived at that decision. Okay. It will be a part of taking the decision. Okay. What I say? Okay. It's because of these big companies. Big companies, the PR manager, and I say the head of PR is a management member. Absolutely. What I say, ABR Newmont to nominate, ABR GMPC nominate, it's a management share, no more also. Yeah. The chair said deliberations, because we are ABR na okra bibi Christian anwa anya adwen and also the another angle by any yinti
okay
so kwara defend kwara obi say another man you say
already we discuss
yeah epie ho
yeah
but ye dwen wo ye hu say it is an akwa
okay
but yeah na be always good say communications manager ni how you arrived at the decision and management easier
yeah
because to defend there because the journalists will ask questions what else some people say tough questions and then now you said but young welcome coach Malik Jaber
okay
he's a legend of Asante Kotoko a Ghanaian football legend for that matter coach Johnny Akwaba
thank you
very much all right
thank you
yeah Junju Kotoko ntie there okay
yeah, Chairman, as far as the resignation of Ora Moses and Trinidad are concerned, we within the right.
And now their format, so maybe I'm not before what
okay, okay, within his right to resign. And the PJ Moses, I know, having worked with him from Metro FM, no, or you'll be so take a decision, or take unless I dare not follow and follow no party, he will not step away. And son of best appear away, so no complaining what dear no and son of best appear away. So as a matured man, Obiawaye Juma in some of the top corporate institutions, no, he knows when to say bye and on when to take the bow and now so bet to us wedding the Jumedie. Until I'll say I was not too surprised, but say bar right after Maxwell Kunadu resignation, I was a bit shocked, but he's taking his own decision, and I'm pretty sure personal assistant David Obeng act as the new communications manager. I wish Kumasi Asante Kotoko chapter ni there and right here can 79 me person we cry no major he's resigned basically. I'm pretty sure say ni nyina no fa say na we see church no communication say only information ni bebre na mpempi even with infographics na ba no betumi aba 10 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes and sound or no communications manager no we hu bibi sa no, so
I know he's supposed to be in charge.
No, he's not in charge.
The communications manager, social media, they are supposed to work under him.
Yes, but in this case, it will be full front, sir. I'm sure, sir, out of this, and I'm sure, sir, more about sending what GDA one and the relationship they've built. No, Susan and I consider not draining Bebre. Of course, we kind of let them know or say professional and personal reasons until say no move him, reasons for his resignation or try, information and want beat around it and try make sense out of it. So, the involvement or the lack of involvement in this sort of management processes, sure say frustrating, But why would he be frustrated? Oh, yeah, journalist, I will be say. A great guy like PJ Mose, but say na frustrating. No, didn't
well, inside source being so say apart from the fact that only meetings no more involving and also Kotoko defending in the media and all that, also feels say nane untina sem.
And no, make no say
as a untina sem. Assembly grabber no or chance we
the reason our PJ by communications manager the relationship I know are building with Nana Amponsa entry into mainstream Ghana football was largely because of the relationship with PJ Muzi. Now PJ you'll be at the piano or Pushino or kind of stories and all of that. So no him say and Nana Amponsa na mu press conference na say nipa ba ko obetumi aka na asem without fear or favor on the management level no PJ Mose but I'm say adwuma no hye no na akoya asem foforo. You can also look at this from this angle. PJ Mose by no now he was expected to be the most the trusted voice as far as Kumasi Asante Kotoko stories and Kumasi Asante Kotoko concerned. So he had a platform on another network. He's also the communications manager and all of that. But that sort of influence, that sort of dominance, and that management for expect to say you have a radio platform, you are the communications manager, but you are unable to dominate discussion as far as Kotoko concerned. Then what is your essence in the management? Into gradually, not the influence, because the entire cry about say bejinya position when he say anka okasa obi ankasa biom.
But I unfair to think that.
That's what I'm saying. Until say no be church the personal and professional reasons, what we have, and that's what we are trying to beat around the bush to find reasons why a strong guy like P. And you see, when people say, "Oh, pressure," and come say, "Kwa him crowd," or Tom Remwache, or you say, "List or yes, Bukasin," and I think PJ is the first P.R.O. of Kumasi Asante Kotoko officially will resign the position, and Oya Najubano Bible so many 9 pe. So for someone obi a 3-year mandate to resign just 4 months into that 3-year mandate is an indication of what is truly in the bottle. Then what twanim, then cost what twanimwa. Nipa no ya kasamafu no ono wedi ka every esi form.
They are making it pleasant. Sir, what resignation is going to be better to us. Well, because I understand, sir, the board chairman and some members of the board are angry. Say they were not even told. They read in the media. Say Kotoko Asaki coach. Say Uzeka ordinarily
a board decision.
Such a decision. You seek the approval of the board
decision. Chairman, no maybe say a board decision.
Say be how the CEO no ground. What the two board?
Yes, say CEO member of the board.
Me say ye coach. Say the NEC koi. Me say ki eja no kwan ye pedi ba for. Na board na ka say be adenti na okasa. Church no be what church. Umuno matia says okay. Yama a blessing. Go and do as ubesoyen. But the other going to say, who gave you the power? Who decided to sack a coach without telling us? It's board members be bofu and no near so now. Crown no so what threatening resignation.
Yeah.
It's too good. And the Alcosun Obi, I think the blame Kesia Pano should go to the board. Kotoko board we Gidi ana go for mumu. NSRD ni nyinano. It looks like Omo Yama go for form. Board, you don't leave the CEO to appoint an accountant. The CEO appointed the lawyer for Kotoko. The CEO appointed the administrative manager. It is not done in any corporate setting.
It's true, but
the board should appoint people and I say employ.
Yeah.
It's the board in the forward juma.
Yeah.
Nana ya board in the fun juma. It's nana ya juma. He's answerable to the board. But oma ya former juma nyinano. I want say ebia in your appointment letter it shows ebia you directly report to Asumesi because ebia my administrative manager. I can say report to the CEO. And you say CEO no kwa. The entire Kotoko management will have to shut down again.
No,
that's not the CEO, the accountant, about Kotoko accountant.
Some concern.
They allowed all those things.
Concern. Me kai say Nana unveil some question. But he said those appointed are going to work for the club. They are not going to work for him. In the thinking of the board, and you're not doing all the kind. What do you mean because of the work for the club? Chairman, who do you be working for the club? Chairman, in the thinking of the board, me assure certain person man and I on free role to operate. For the very first time, you try model where young, enterprising, hardworking CEO on one funding crop for or what GDA wo mumu. And until a former management member be anywhere, the new management, So they've tried it. Maybe it's not working. They may try another formula. All is not lost. So they can still amend things as and when a new man be siaba. Back to the communication issue. I'm sure, sir, they were not too pleased. They ain't more man the powers within management decision processes. About from he was not even controlling the space he was expected to control. So then, what is your essence? So you're unfortunate and. PJ when no say compensation behind him, he's resigned. The problem so he's going in peace. I'm sure, sir. There are competent people around who can pick. In fact, initially, there were names. Now PJ especially at the board level. It was Jerome Ochre, Thomas Boachiajima, Tom Kruger. Those were the names being considered.
I think Tom Kruger will be a perfect fit. Since I also want to be on to reduce him.
Jerome.
Jerome is also another.
Yes, I
maybe I'll pay Jerome Tom.
Yeah.
It will be good.
Yeah.
Now, so Jerome and Tom, so they won't be pushovers. So they will want to be sitting in meetings to know what's going on.
Absolutely. And I was say as processes ne cost who the weaknesses of the process no. Now you try say be improve this idea no. So if the former communications manager now ne worry and he say on to me run meetings mu and chair na gain but decision about na kwako defend ya, then we have to change that kind of style. Now you to involve the community. But you see na also no one for be a table on this one. He will not consider you, or you'll be he or pair. I only didn't come out. Who should be free? Or no should be free? So I'm sure said there was that missing link.
This is somebody I'm Manante all these years.
Yeah.
When Nanaya wanted to be the FA president, when Nanaya the closest confidant, it will impedes value.
Yeah.
The only thing is that I feel say Nanaya powers no doors.
Powers no. Nanaya also say. So me person me come chibebre who here because they were him the door so okay pregnant unveiling he says he's brought the best journalist to town. He knew what he wanted in the appointment and how PJ Mose got into Kumasi to get the radio job. They knew what they wanted but they did not get what they want. So my guy, your communication but okasa I'm for so don't try to frustrate you.
No, but the CEO is also not helping the public relations person because CEO is the chief spokesperson of the institution. CEO say on a press conference or even also a press conference that is explaining you. Supporters are asking questions about Kotoko sponsorship deals. He said there's no transparency. Nobody knows what's involved in it. And it's sad, Kotoko statement,
statement about.
Yes. Asante Kotoko.
Yes.
Thank you, PJ.
Yeah.
The management of Asante Kotoko wishes to thank former communications manager, Mr. Moses Echubinefo, for his service to our great club during his tenure as the leader of the unit. We wish him all the best in his future endeavors. In the interim, Mr. David Obin Nyako, special assistant to the CEO, will serve as the acting communications manager. Fabulous. Kuba Pima Apimbaba signed. Nana Yamposa CEO.
Nana a very tough guy. Nana had very no emotions. Nana had no emotions guy, Nana
emotions.
No, emotions. One area fine. But in the job, you work, you are gone. And we say not David na here infographics no here in charge of infographics. So that's why behind one system unless unless only system to back the Obeka. You said David never be acting communications director.
But you said it earlier.
Yeah. Okay, so the point
I don't feel like I don't feel
I just hope say now PJ will concentrate on his day-to-day job. Look, no crying say uko baby meaning communication send your mean communication that. But say me free Kumasi na me ko Sunyani I have to adapt the communication style of Sunyani. Nye de mi nimu Kumasi namba be Sunyani.
Of course.
Uba Kumasi uba Kotoko no. Kotoko P.R.O there. Him say no. Every moment.
One of the basic rules of communication. Yeah. Say, the people you are communicating to, communication, tailor it to suit your audience.
Yeah.
Communicating to, seven previous. Say, only a for service you. Usha JHS for Daniel Moodin Koma. Now you're doctor. Never a doctor, Safoji. Now, ebia, or no more Kasa. A JHS 20. Also, ebia, for instance, Anansi. I have an innovation dosis. Dosis. Until you break it down, so be Anansi, how can Anansi said yeah, obi anim no. Said your communication you have to tell it to your audience. And that is why I think said communication any part of the management way. Their communication has not been too good.
Chairman who said me catch you say Kotoko communications here different. Alpha Radio Befrel Sunyani Radio Befrel, Wa for Befrel, Kofodia for Befrel, Nina Muna was so nya botrao church in infographics, ni monetization of information. Ghana no yebedru but kakra. Until you have to remember, said there's a certain Kotoko supporter or she baby on use Android phone. Only the wireless awata or person or team Kotoko communication director no tininka. But then they thought say maybe almost bibia
well, I understand, sir. I understand, sir. Anyway, how
reasons why
go back to
reasons why Nanaya Oshia board now. The entire better when him say is justifiable. Say be Pam Maxwell could I do no. Say menya 6 of them. Mame bobo so if they make sense to us, maybe it will also as well make sense to the board. Now, first issue omo be raise improvement of the squad over the last season or two. Omo who player bia ne modemo no akosruwa che say Maxwell could I say boy way back Kotoko no. Men and mama na drum pepe so we.
Okay, improved players.
It's not improved in terms of even the game, all of that. Need there no improvement to be a mem. Improvement to be a mem. So I think they have the statistics to prove, or much that they have the numbers to show. Say, look, these are the numbers. The guy is not improving anyone. We now we are back. And interesting enough, board members Susunim say. For the last 2 or 3 seasons, players ni be braba Kotoko they were recommended by Max Okunedu. So you recommend Richard Arthur. One kasa ubaya wa maya upon Richard Arthur no. You recommend Patrick Yeboah. One kasa ubaya Patrick Yeboah and Wejane Kwai. You recommend Justice Blay. Edru baby also mo sign the permanent now also ne born edin dodo. Yemfa muni rumrel. So you know I think they have a point in there. Let's wait and see what the board will say. They'll refer back to Adriana Stars 10 players no the ball
no more.
There be no money ho. But almost say anka ye was sanka ho kran ye pam dada.
Inform and you buy no be pam no. As last season Amobo say on record.
Yes. It caused the point they say it caused embarrassment to the brand Kumasi Asante.
Reason.
They told me and say almost omo permanent temwa coach fu from no obeba no obenyamre. Because some of my family, there were 32 or so games to go. Coach from Obeba Benya bear 6 weeks or the 6 weeks by pre-season. Into Kotoko Enya Kran Obenya bear 20 matches. Coach from Obeba no Obe take over Obe to me winnie na Kotoko. So Kotoko winnie the last 20 games of the season with the new coach. Most likely say Ombe to me league no. So according to my source, it's better to sack Maxwell Kunedu now than wait into new coach of Ebano. Now we're taking over. Also the training methods no so no 4-4-2 no send Atletico Madrid 4 ball 4-4-2 yes and Newcastle 4 ball 4-4-2 now Penino to me but 4-4-2 na from the first to the oh Ghana where you are oh yeah day
but say okay when you board no question back open no so say or couples to say Maso man assurance or support or na onim se 442 no ba
oh say 442 no more there were different running between the 442
one matches now the fans
but when you have 442
no about 442 na NSC was assure
so is 442 no Kotoko ba na fa obetumi adane no na kwa 433 no adane mu 454141 no adane no 3 back but referee ni ball bena 442 sir the toso enum players omo bani omo inclusion any omo awaja omo kwan no entirely while the player and baba ade be Chelsea player even peno na hunsem and I think the final one which me ankasa no e be dey some be convince me we goalkeeper trainer Black Stars goalkeeper trainer omo dey buy so Black Stars bomb match e was so ja Felix Moho no call Black Stars camp whereas Kotoko had a legendary goalkeeper trainer in Joe Ban I don't know that into why the need for a new goalkeeper trainer so now here experience can Nasam Yakubu awaye adwuma che na otifie no can bet me the number so maybe Maxwell shot himself in the foot but the training methods also no I think some of the players maybe have complained somewhere.
So I tell you about this some share players.
Yes.
One on one.
Yes. I'm
Under some players got some catch so bien Canadian.
Yeah.
Don't biaka.
Yeah.
Because players ni be reports just say omunye happy say omu titi mi ho e bi je 3,000 bi je 2,000 omu prepare increment cry say omunya abotre ave e go fan kofobia be bi je $1,500 a month e bi je $3,000 a month obi just say Muniru
3,000
and Patrick Gaspar just say $1,800.
Yes, 1,800.
And you should just say Brazil, you know, $2,000.
Yeah. But the argument they say omo man just signing on fee. So the problem is so be just signing on fee. So no need any difference. So why don't you give the person his money and let him go? And I think one important fact is I'm saying not much for a relationship with some of the players. I think one minor point is Christopher Netti, because you have, why would Kotoko pay $35,000 for Christopher Netti, whereas you had Samuel Frimpong already there?
They paid $35,000 for Christopher Netti, and they were unwilling to pay. A friend say 200,000 Ghana cedi for Justice Blaze.
Yes. Maxwell Nagasano to say Justice Blaze price tag was too expensive. No, he shot himself in the foot right there.
Well, Anna, one of the creative players on my team on so Kotoko. I understand say $40,000. $40,000. Okay, say Emra Kotoko contemplate to go to Africa or not to go. No, then I have share board. No, over presenting your more catcher board.
Yeah.
Say Chelsea ball Africa, no.
Yeah.
Almost top players will be 1 million, will be 500,000.
Yeah.
Okay, them catcher said there is no guarantee.
Yeah.
So we answer.
Yeah.
Africa got start you, and I'm to play $40,000.
I say omo call Africa na eno kra ka ho na omo pa Maxwell kuna do ntem no, because they say Maxwell omo ni gide woni mu so obenya results no. Say Maxwell enya results na e be affect Kotoko commercially. Kotoko ntumi enkoton.
Yeah. It's true.
Pam no ntem na coach for ne mra no ma so betumi aye the Costa Papich ma haso folk in tentem no ana Bashir Effort eba be ma Legon cities no oye ne ntem a na wotumi Kotoko winning league no ana African wa konanim na osa ko sponsor fufuro bi wa Kotoko is the champion. Kotoko played in Africa's group stage and all of that.
Remember Chris about 5 minutes. I was about Coach Malik Jabel because but mostly Fabio Gama the documentation
no, I don't have information
because the public buy when documentation the year work permit no sadin now Fabio Gama no got documentation for never. Ah, 2 hours busumi aketua $2,000. Ah, mo bia. Well, Christian. Well, remember I was saying Yazan Yaba League. The national under 20 also playing against Burkina Faso.
There were not proper definition of rules. That is why PG was quite confused whether say he was supposed to be in management meeting or not.
That is why I blame the board. You build the organogram.
Chamo,
you have it.
We have gone beyond that. Going forward, next time you are making an appointment to everybody, Bibiano, proper definition of your road, of your rules. Where you are restricted, maybe I want teaming kono, maybe I bet teaming kono. You are told right at the time you are appointed. At the time you make your appointment now, near culture, this is your role. These and these are what you're supposed to do. I had the untiming kwa. And I'm sure Senka PJ Mose was told this earlier on and Kanyan surprise. Kanyan mama. So we give appointment to people yen defining their roles properly to them. Yen defining near their ajuma mobi where you are supposed to go, you are supposed to do this, baby I won't teaming kono. The person do not even know. And in going forward, next time Biano, when you're making an appointment to avoid some of these embarrassment, you know, manipulating what you're supposed to do and what you are not supposed to do. And then Chamo Masako social media. Now Sembia Koswama, I think I need to address it. These days, everything the blame is on the media. Everything the blame is political party lose an election, they blame the media.
Easy target.
We have become the easiest target.
No, my and then
PJ Mose resigns. Do you know the narratives? PJ are resigning. Let the so-called two known journalists go and take up his position. Like seriously? Chamo Yetikruma say, Sam Crawford and Omokasa Asebano did not take Sani Dara's position when he left office. They criticize him. Sam Crawford and say, and then PJ Mose are resigning.
But they tell me feel too comfortable you addressing this and say, of course, PJ was on radio and you name him while he was on Metro. Pokunti. He was a critic of the administration. What he believes in and how he saw the thing. It's a Ubian opinion. The media. But the thing is that in the first place, let's get to understand the work of a communications manager. Edwin Achimadwen say PJ will be the second to resign because Safuduku resigned.
Was he not a lawyer, Kotoko lawyer then when he was resigning?
Okay. Free communications
lawyer. At the time he was resigning, no Kotoko's lawyer, not Kotoko's communication director.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll say, if it is true that is it really true? Okay, is it really true that Coach Masokodu allowed some players to be forced on him? If that is true, then I think he deserves to be our coach. He doesn't deserve to be our coach even in the first place. How can you bring in the likes of Ivan Sadumako and expect the coach to deliver? This management must be very careful. Comedian, Coach Malik Jaber, Coach Johnny. The state of Asante. What is a max or a second now?
And one of these FM stations, a friend. I think I came out or something.
Okay.
And I missed them in here, so I can't comment on that. Oh, yeah, no. One time, me may find us. And I'm wearing Obi and on Pakrasu and Okra because I won the phone. After dear, Miss Frey Obinso and on also confirm me say it's true. So okay, but I was a bit pushed abakwa, like who shared the position of Kotoko. This idea, I was really surprised. I thought maybe they would have looked at the position of Kotoko and take decisions accordingly. So that's what I feel. And it's you were less than a week to play an African Cup match.
Yeah.
And the league is going on.
Yeah.
So even if you are not satisfied with your coach, why don't you use a period to resolve it?
Maybe I'm resolve because coach, you know. Tactics,
and I meet good friend. Max yeah, the rest of us we didn't know why. We thought because Olympics beat Kotoko 1-0 but Karana, they beat us 1-0. They didn't sack their coach. Media manco, they were all beating 1-0, 1-1. Oh, sure. In the last 3 years, we haven't played any serious football.
Okay.
Yeah. We are not thinking about it now, but this is the effect. Who jive football jive. Who need training the day I over started ball. You need to acquire the required physical level before you can give out your best.
I don't know because of fight me feels that I am bobo. By a starting board, every bottle home.
Why not I shake a bola yabo and some omuninara. Baku win 1-0 in there. Or quite ye beating. Omunina, they are all struggling. But and the wine our gun how a bit much say. Team win a bit my league. And
as in Ubia say
nobody can say it. And now when a bit much ready or very last and so.
And the Lagos cities.
You see that?
Jomu Yedia, this is me. Me team bands no me
without all these info, now I thought so maybe they should have considered Kotoko first. Let him hang on, but draw his attention, even including the players.
Okay.
We are not satisfied with your performance.
Okay.
Tell them in a meeting.
Yeah.
Hey, players, with your coaching staff, we are not satisfied. It will be a big warning. Pure FM. We say whilst whatever you have in your mind, now you try to get it done at the right time. Right now, Yasakono, who assumes training, and any assistance.
Yeah.
Was he working alone? Was he not working with them?
Yeah.
So what do you expect? No, technically, what do you expect? But Sanka tuning in our warning, the senior coach and the assistants warning, including the players warning, Munina wake up. You're happy with your performance. Ubon said, I'm a coach. I tell you, so person with team share goals in training. Insist ma loss be say what share ultimate share goal no instead of 1 point it's 3 points, but after training so you wait my mama minerals to drink. If you draw the attention that you pay goals and you're pushing attitude will change. You see my point?
Okay.
But Sanka, if they had done that, it would have saved this situation. At least it would have saved. Maybe they will put him more for the next league match, and would put him more for the next African Cup match. Whilst you then look at when to strike, and it will be better that way. But I mean, on money manager, we are not part of the money. We are only talking from outside. But the only common thing I believe we say, it should always be safe. Any the team.
Yeah.
Just Kotoko.
So say after the second, Kotoko boy against Dreams. Nyamiad match now. About Dreams New Year. About Africa against Ahila.
And none of me see they should have thought about Kotoko first. Let him be there. But revive him. Wake him up. Wake the players up. Know that they will all suffer if it doesn't go well. Make sure Brazil make sure they can play. It would have changed the nature of what's happening.
But looks like Kotoko management, I'm almost starting on my appointments. No? They didn't even think about technical director. Especially when Kotoko ever changes structure.
Yenum say a little vocal, no. Yes, who become where a post in Tina Walker. But look, I'm talking about the team. Me and my both team in 14 years. No, who has worked in Kotoko for 14 years? Obia was so well done, even chairman, you didn't do it for 14 years.
Yeah.
But we played for 14 years. We were supporters playing for 14 years. Now we are only supporters. Nobody can say he served Kotoko more than those of us who played for a long time in Kotoko. It's just not because of post. No.
Okay.
No. We're thinking about the team. Me, apart from Tamale, Savannah Stars in when we were young, and Kotoko, I haven't played any team. So, my only thinking is always on Kotoko. What should we do to improve Kotoko? I wish really they had delayed this thing till after the African match.
Well, I tell you what, OTA live on P.R.O 95.7 FM, Angel 102.9. Coach Malik Jamal said, "Come delay kakra no more chair, and I'm wiki you up." Management your meeting, no catch as a technical team, no catch on playing. So we are not satisfied with your performance.
Yes.
Tia mom warning on this. Go and change it. Players no more catch them. Well, but the everything you know. As the coach Masokado had 12 months left on his contract. He was on a $3,000 salary, $3,000. Na ne closer made it say on a contract on second there. Kotoko be just second for non-performance. Non-performance is defined only 3 matches to us. And if Maxwell should decide so also the Kotoko status. Now I go pay 12 months in Amana. That will be 36,000 Ghana. That will be $36,000. Yes. Mon convert $36,000. Mame a car.
We didn't consider all this.
A car, a baro. $36,000 times. They say dollar is 5.8. That is 208,000 Ghana cedi. 2 billion. And I bet you. The matters are my board and also a board. Say number one, you take a decision. Sekaba, the board will have to raise money to pay.
To pay, yes.
And to decide to sack the coach, no. Also inform the board, no. Na board na busa say, what do we stand to lose? What is in it? Segasi sakina. Then I was here. There were complications. This can be a bit na bibia na.
This is what I'm saying virtually. It's the right thing. Money board should know. Even well, there's a board no bofu pa. A board no bofu pa because they say it's Kawi also mutia. Asante go about Africa. Ombeko Sudan. Already got to go finances and doesn't look too good. Other say got to go almost salary bill no yet 2.8 billion. 281,000 Ghana cedi a month. And and you don't gain anything from your matches.
Yes, and it says Obo behind closed doors. What go African team? I just said that got to go. She's keeping an $50,000 be from Sik. In Yamai. Inti I don't know come over and come in Africa. I'm a trip. But the board will also have to board knows on this cabaret Kotoko.
Yeah, Sudan.
I don't know board no bofu. Say
I was even also I didn't think about the now I was thinking sir me say and them date year 18th and me say look if you sack him today it means you still pay him for the month. Me I forgot. I didn't even look at it in the long run.
Yeah. Also training now. Well, you share what is going on social media from live on Facebook at the better giant Mienya Asafem I report to be on player on Twitter Yenyanamo Asafem almost saying just in Asante go in talks with former Adgo coach Darocha na I me pe adeni nyina fool me so me pe fool you know na me commenter obi diaba yi aseni free o ha na Kotoko say apu. Well,
my coach no
former Asgood coach no Asgood
Joko
and yenya no mo ashe from sad number. Well, Joy Sports also I heard a possible of the possible replacements for sacked Maxwell Knedu and and 4 coaches and I'm outlining Coach Gusiapia, Ibrahim Tanko, Nyina on attached. Ignatius say Fusu Fusu 11 Wonders and I know Walker Great Olympics. Ignatius Kotoko well, but I know Walker because it was Kotoko. Okay. Well, do I do better on it? Obinumina. Anoka. Uzo ye de manti.
Coach in Kotoko.
Coach Anoka Kotoko. Hey, the coach is so good jaju.
He was my. I put up. He was my captain.
No Kusiapia captain. Yes. Wow. Well, I therefore Coach Malik Jabe. And yeneno editor komono. Got a consent sama bay. Ene ehon ensem enyina messages in there. But of course, national under 20 also see a kind of black satellites. In the final, Burkina Faso, Bright Boatila Transi, or the Rem near Babeshe, Ghana Premier League games no so said the AC echo coach already what the Gaga say league no performance
no but no team is at its best. No team. Me one team which is at its best. No. This is how but when okay. They will all climb.
Okay.
They will climb like as Kotoko is climbing. Me there, I feel say, Anka Oman take his decision now. After 10 games, you be different levels for most of the teams. But where is too it's too early.
Well, reports be about Basia Kotoko. Oman contacted Kwesi Appiah to take over. But as a Kwesi Appiah, so what do you want? Why not just say? Why not just say there?
Yeah, Tanko is just the best man there.
Over the Tanko, the best man there.
Because Ono he's gone through a lot in coaching. Let me tell you what is happening to us in Ghana here. Once you come out to be a coach, whether from pram training or you come from abroad now, nobody thinks about refreshing your course, your coaching course anywhere. But they just the way they know more person will remain. So sometimes your work is not going ahead, but they still think you are that same coach they knew. But your coaching thing, so you need to be reading, you need to be refreshing.
That you learn on the job and all those things.
And whatnot. And so you should go out. They should take you out, even if at all for 2 months, 3 months, you come back. Attitude in the way you coach.
Truth say, Tanko is the best man for Kotoko.
Well, I would be happy if they give it to Tanko.
You'll be happy if it's Tanko.
Yes, because he is somebody. Look, he's trained in Germany. He's coached in their
Germany.
He followed coaches to African teams like Cameroon and
I coach you around Red Diamonds for Tokyo. Waka Finky on an assistant. Or then about FC Cologne in Germany, no assistant.
Yes.
Or assistant coach Cameroon.
Yes.
They went to the World Cup. Assistant coach to Kwesi Appiah at the Black Stars.
Yes.
To say he's the best person.
You see, before they even took the decision, then after the decision, then you went to coach to find out from Kwesi Appiah. This is not how you do things.
Also, before
Anna was Omunya Putre because of the African game Nintino Omunya Putre, then find a substitute. If you are sure of him, when this one is going, he's out and he's in. Anka able lessen the burden. You see, in team management now, you don't do it with motion. Emotion doesn't come in at all.
Well, Obi.
Chairman, two members of the board, they share players. No, the two of them say finally Max Okunedu has been sacked. Now, mo bisa boys ne say omo problems in your day. Omo born your mami so. Yedi kan obi and say signing on fees in some no board na show mo boss say by the end of January 2021, obi a yedi ne ka or signing on fee bia ni sabeka. And a winning bonuses no.
About in the which place?
That's you. No, I'm not sure. So that's you. 2 board members. and
you need the players minus the CEO.
Yeah, it's true.
They don't.
It's true. It's true. It's a very good point.
But also CEO.
Even the CEO should be doing this lecture.
Yeah.
On such a thing.
Yeah.
Management wouldn't need to be around, Kora. Hey, my name and paying for decided this. Then that gives him the authority as the CEO. One of them.
Yeah.
This I don't know. I can't position in the team.
Yeah.
If you put it well on the paper and it's pasted,
the organogram,
they won't be crossing of ideas. Yes, it's true.
Winning bonuses.
How am I 25th
December Bronya Breno player bia winning bonus bia can be by 25.
No win bonus.
I'm say last minimum the exact balance of them say from last season or say
and no the bulls competition.
I'm sure say enti Bronya the Emrantian according to the two board of directors of Coach Monrano Emrantian is becomes kaba signing on fee in the end of January 2021. Emrantian is the tosu mienu omo de to manim say omo tu kwan Kumasi Accra omo say omo bread enti omo permanent place omo tna Accra aye training abo omo matches omo tinkran no mo bo omo matches
come de omo got tamale
na so omo ti Kumasi
and no come to Kumasi got tamale
no maba enti boys no ade ba ko omo de two directors no enti directors no so omo be hu adwuma na sa kwantuo no sanka flight Accra to Kumasi 30 minutes kra de anka omo ba bus 4 hours 5 hours no ko basa no and only 2 points at Branche no edit
has been hoyi
abrankase
make by now and grass and bibia ba now first class just move there.
No, but me quite I'm thinking that why Kotoko no mo go Boise. Then a problem to
Boise to cry. It's just 15 minutes right.
What then stop him from going to Boise?
No, but even Papa wasted them no would have been ideal for Kotoko.
Yeah. Obi
a couple patrons so I cut him no. So no na Janetri because you can't have two assistants on the bench. Nti ono no mutu kwanya no aka Kumasi. Nti ono aka team ne ho a enra oni Johnson Smith the training team no. Gazelle were around but Gazelle there no. Oh,
now how do you do that?
Only around.
Because Coach Masokra do any assistant aba.
Yeah.
And not the goalkeeper coach about on the physical trainer aba. We sack Maso and leave the rest of them behind. Anyway, and then I got training videos and they are to Facebook Live, you know. I know here are players, you know.
One of them,
Kotoko phone, Kotoko.
I'm not training with.
Aye.
Boy.
Aye. Are they good?
How? Today in the league, you do these things.
As of what Drew say, I say.
Yes. This is for students.
Sir.
Even Omoko Bomat crying Bowie. Omuba basket and your pro volley. Hello, I don't know. Who didn't cry?
Well, I tell you what, you just say, P.R.O 95.7. Fabio Gaman, now Brazilian player, I say, what you're trying to say?
I don't worry myself about these things, you know. Because Obaka Yamfa.
But I didn't have board for no because when I'm here all players, when I'm see a camera team, no, what's our coach you more?
Na board of one so penny year. Why don't you invite somebody?
All players,
let's so we meet.
Yeah.
Because they say, oh sorry, ko obi ho a chese wo ko ha no. Enzo enye nyina na pese amanfo. Ana.
Yeah, that's true.
But
all right, right about tell I remember saying now. You're under 20 team, no?
Yeah.
So we are in the final of the Waffle Zombie tournament, no? Yeah, the Burkina Faso and Ebo and the two, no?
Drew, and you may be say Waffle Ghana and Jibida, but the Airborne African they qualify for World Cup, no? Yeah, champion 93. And of course, Rwanda in 2009. Yekwa je kotwa so.
99 was
yes agin wo.
You was Ghana 99.
Nti wafu we no the first timer ye wuramu a ye nya sa title no ka under 20 de no ho e be. But ade ehia ne say ye be ko Mauritania next year. Na yakwa qualify to the World Cup. Because 12 nations and yakwa akohia. Na yi the best 4 countries.
4, yeah.
It no say etimi wurami into semi finals it means say you secure your qualification
to the World Cup.
To the World Cup.
because after 2013 2015 no Ghana 2017 2019 ni nyina no yentimi an qualify etiano ne ade a very very important say upon bibia Ghana when it comes to under 17 under 20 we Nigeria free wa Nigeria nkwane country obetimi compete e was a junior level no and I say Malians no so ayede abamu under 17 level no by Burkina Faso there of late and omusia Ghana omubo omomode especially ye na local Black Stars omu yi coach Maso Konadu ayeka no wasem ya twice and omu yi share yi film ba ko ekobo 2-2 a obi anim se Ghana after that 2-2 no there kwambia so ye fa from call Burkina ne yakonya 2-2 na Ghana there ye betimi abese no ye ti kromia no mbese and omusa for the second time esa be yi film kromia enti cap no there e be fe sanke e be nya qualification in the Grand Star na nke the trophy no eso aba back to Ghana na se munyam a kire se ye ko Mauritania no possibility say Ghana be qualify to the World Cup no e be ye assured say obi a be di say betima ye after say ye be win game ne say zona tournament no o ya champion na e ma uram e wo various zones no obi e ba na o na ya champion for zone B 7 nation and Nigeria almighty e ka ho now na o je trophy na e kire say ampa World Cup no wo chance of say we be qualify no e be wo so na timi e hunahuna other countries a omo ne nyina ba wish ya chairman enti no de mi wo pi say and the trophy ni coach Abdul Karim Zito ebetimi awuram na Onja Karim Zito de papa coach no no aso na de ne ba Kotoko the first time 2005 no offend or de ne ba Kotoko be an assistant coach ye raising to technical director Karim Zito be coach onu so free o ma delete hebetado e de Kotoko be league in 2005 enti ye hwe no say under 17 wafu ye ko Niger ni ko film we ni under 20 yasa ko wafu na bia ma we de o de qualify ba ka say obeje trophy aba ama se na munyam ama in coaching no ono so kan Sylvia ono so betimi e de account on the dreams ebeje G8 ye boy enti for the second time na sa je trophy ma ho a e plus for future say ye ka coaches a omo modern mo e wo soro a e bia ye be kan wo so etimi account
well yeah trust no
as much no
yeah trust yeah ba hard to book match no so but of course yenya some games and also course unti yenhwe no so because those are Caligo cities they munya botre
also am catch start for some can chef ni say omo matches no person bon na wia wo fie MZ be a light no to place na ni bi omunye so omo season we omo home matches ni omo bon under floodlight
oh no idea
no be am say onim say believe
no ka be team yi hu dia
Samo believe no be a team no spirit no because team na free wa na call yo coach ye wa no onyini ye wa omo bo under floodlight da
o ba say omo na some o bi at japche
da bi chama
last season you no mo dey chata hallelujah
na no mo win match na last season na omo nya abysmal performance ananka Kenya league ni kwa ye cancel na bi anka omo na ko ma rio nkenne nya nse
just in 21 matches omo in 3
yes team ni nye and enye nyina so no anadwo matches ni nyina so nkoye
well Frandakwa report on Twitter on the tour said drama as Lagos City's officials order Timbers to leave players behind. Bars leaves the stadium without the players. I know yet Lagos City Zemra. If I drop Skoshomo by 2-1, I won't cry. And another game of course will be Chim as a share Karela. Can't be no more team Bako. As they say league table no say that Lagos Karela ni be Chim the leading league table with 11 points apiece. And Wafa with 10 points to so miensa. Asante gonna go in here. Hard to go the boss war. House of 5 points gonna go 5 points. Omumi enu nyina so okay. House of about 5 they gonna go 1 game in hand. Honma and also but Hearts of Oak born against Kim Faisal. Yeba sa game no. And so BYT yeah Hearts of Oak game no but yeah Hearts of Oak game no na ye dey fa asama obi aka say ye be bie ama fans na ba stadium ye mie emomomra stadium dan say ba ko bo e o venues bia omo ala nipa omo stadium teams ni nya hwe na nsanya ene nya Aduana Stars game omo boy nipa na good stadium hono. It was one stand God, it was almost full to capacity. A giant picture on Facebook Live. No beer who. Just a situation teams no almost break. They are not making any money. Say you see a Bobby behind closed doors. Let's respect that. Near mommy allow people into the stadium. But say Johnny, this is behind closed doors game.
Okay. It's not behind closed. It's an open game.
It's an open gate, and this is the stand is full to capacity.
Why? Yes.
What I say, full to capacity because and was in a similar incident or no behind you nose mask near Mumra Stadium and I say like 25% of my years ago 25% of the stadium's capacity no and obey allow Monaco. Where's your boss this year? And I know and Prof Chumasi Director General for the National Sports Authority. I say omobe investigate the course ewo domano na ehwaso twembiano omode aba emra on angel to chin come.
Because of move investigate.
Over there with the police commander. They are going to investigate it. They are going to write to the FA and the clubs involved. All that. And they will investigate it. You see, the ban is supposed to apply to every place. The police attention will say that yes, we will go there and enforce it. They fight that some will be
Pure FM.
There's the end of the whole country. We'll stadium a private stadium we enforce. But then going forward, that will be enforced. They will not be able to do that again until say there will be a review by the president. By looking at the situation, maybe we can now relax it and allow the fans, spectators in. And on your mind, the old one was to be the one that forgot.
Well, but about Numbusa say, oh, can we? Not in a political parties there. We are rallies a cassia, nipe guonye ni paketwa. Prof. Chuma say, untimin compare football to political rallies.
If you're medical, they have some medical understanding others. Enforcement of in a very confined facilities, different from where you have it in open space. The COVID even itself, in open space when you are distance, because of the it is open and with the ventilation is almost up to 100%. You are likely to be protected than when you are inside a building, a facility which is confined. That's it. Okay. It is a place that I used to in the church or in an enclosed facility. The stadium is semi-enclosed. That's it. And I'll call the open space like on the page at the beginning morning and the market. Open space and maybe the from more partition over top. It is different from the situation. Different from when you are in enclosed or semi-enclosed facility. The only idea restrictions is not any different. That's it. The stadium there, we have all the confinement. If you want to introduce restrictions, you can do it perfectly. Rally back that now will be a package so now watching the mask no none baby others now from airport those two are different from when you are coming to sit for almost about 120 hours to be next you are watching the match
well I know you're Prof Chumasi Nessa no tell her you just had to work can fight or game baso nyame aduma enwe
yeah chairman 2 teams adeɛ baako a ehu for her ne sɛ techima abɔnten so ayɛ den for her sɛ obenya win he fell from Holy Stars abreso has ko lose 2-1 bi na chairman sɛ 2-1 no has ko jai ball ne bo ɛma last goal by third goal for Holy Stars has to focus sɛ ball no nya de ombɛtoa so esi saa kan ne biem nti yɛ de game no enso eba na wie wɔ abra na Fuseni Suleiman ɛne Suraj Musa ahyɛ 2 goals for Holy Stars ama Papa Ndiye de Sam Yeboa enso ahye goal ba akodi ama House of Football no ye kan say en Techiman City Bar League ha sentiment ankohye no enanse yan ha se sa contest ansa anyeye so this time around no Kimfesa ene Accra so folk bo a eniema bebre su wom onim say Costa Papich be ne last game for House no Kimfesa na ma no yesake no that was 17th June 2009 Kimfesa the 9 against 11 Accra so folk Kumasi abonte so chama me nim so oba kai sa league match na has 17th June.
Ken Faisal did 9 against.
Yes. The last game for Phobia, yeah, Pamono. So this time around, coach in back Chibi said, Santim when I'm man. Nanka me dream say Magic Ghana League, you know. Awa bako semuno. A Timmy Fairly, and tis a Mababe Siana, and Dan Eric Kwakupoku. Hello Kwaku. And I said first go. Kikri, go also bantam under 8 minutes. And I go on the buy. Emma red cards menu, goalkeeper Samotre, any Ebuando, Eddie red card. Within 39 minutes, 9 against 11. Chamo 39 minutes by a boy more said what to be them, MHNG outfit player. Prince Aku more said what to be them, Kim Fesa ye be a referee, Mohammed Poyano, not Kim Faisal 1. House of Folk nil. At the 18th June, any a Pamo Costa Papich. And so our House of Folk as well. So where ye matcha, a Dana Kumaswa, a Bianco Nyaya, Cobetimidi at 10 home, Ed Redeemu, Saadiana, a Siano. But 2 teams in all. Almost here 32 matches. First match was played 29th October 1995. Now week 5, week 6. And then Gordon Abrode. And I say has go no man. Unza obo hasu. Na penalty or no penalty kicks no sas yacho. 25th minute and has in a penalty. Ewo Kumasi o pine 1-0. Kim Faisal Konkran 2-1. E anakwa. Asa de Kim Faisal to level. Ewa Accra Sports Stadium. Almost yes, Brandon Tikabaka, Marty Biano do share go 96, 97, 1-1. Nino Dauna scored 2 red cards. Nino Dauna the red card for us. Obia was go no. Anna Abranta Fesa Omandi Rush. SUD red card. Ewo Kim Faisal from Sa the dim. 2 teams now about 32 matches. Kim Faisal said 5 plus of 28 goals. League games, you know.
Kim Faisal just said 5.
Has 5.
5 pe.
Has I said 15.
Almost
32 matches.
Kim Faisal on 5 wins.
5 wins.
Has of 15 wins.
15. It took Kim Faisal 1998, 2nd August, and San also has our Ghana League abakusim. And then cry out sechi miss penalty. Kasemsi. Oka no Managerial. Nicolas Opoku.
No Managerial.
Ono na chi sebu Kim Faisal. Kaya sechi bobo no man ya 1-1. So as Kim Faisal baby ewa abakosem especially Kim Faisal bofia debia omodo omo level and 12 drawn games as I say 15 and 38 goals and a phobia and so ama eye team ani din and so de Kim Faisal has lusu bono any half of region combined say we bono east bono combined say ya bono west east south bono and half and ya Saturday at your 10 year league professional league basso has a loose league was our region and that. So where will be the first timer? Ebia Kim Faisal war I say Omunya Bunu team Omufri Kumase and Akoba say and to Kwambia so bet and neutral ground so no Messiah Kim Faisal has a league match. Chama so on the pattern.
Okay.
Say neutral grounds Omasia Lenkley. Edano Kim Faisal won 2-0 2007 na day 27 Kim Faisal for bia make sure
say some share baby enye obia ne home say nim say Kim Faisal get so make Kumasi
yes 2007 oboase na 16th December 3 days in atwam na 19th Kim Faisal won 2-0 abedi sa for my school 7th minute and Samad upon and so enya second goal and so timi e de eka homa niam so timi koye e de momo and ba ko am say sia biem ana no so ya neutral grounds Kim Faisal esa share sa matcha and so e ba so this time around House of Folk e ba be redeem sa de ne say not this time e wo neutral grounds e kwambia so no ono so betimi ase Kumasi base Kim Faisal two teams in there
2 teams ni me ni are going into the game from a defeat. Out of Okulusu to Aduana Stars. Kim Faisal they were trashed 5.
The heaviest
Kim Faisal for some unyan komesa come coaching but coach no car. Asante coach ni num. Come with you coach but Hearts of Oak the entity say and they likely with that. Wow, man in Napoli, Rich Monai, and I
Rich Monai is in the crew
Techiman,
okay. Free, and of course, secondary school at Duman.
Oh, okay.
And of course, ball 11 wonders. And then Techiman City. The city on account of qualified by the second round. ona be J 4-2 Kumase no Kotoko show 4-2 na week 15 ti ebutu table na wafa be fa no
okay
e de koda ma Frank Boateng de no as go the comedy aman eto aso e de ma Timani din enso e de Tachima 11 wonders enti we Tachima born enya boy born a bia oginamu ma ha so fokwa enso sa wo height pa we small boy ba niama betimi akoye di amaphobia
well Larry Smile radio vocal Muhammad Alassa, Robert Adosowa, Mamani Lawali, Patrick Razak, Frederick Sabuchi, Kojo Bin Jr., Emmanuel Nete, and Michelle Sapon. Winnie a line up identity, say likely say hard to folk edibijna a year game, no, and so and so a live commentary of SA game, you bro, no ABN network, so into Shannon Sosa. But your other games, so there's going to be another interesting game of Techima 11 Wonders as gold. Nyabia Duma, Echna, I graduated Olympics in the one for Bebo. SA game is very interesting. Power Olympics form, no. Any wafa, I'm just saying, form no ETN. Mediama, any Liberty, and about Elmina Sharks in Starlight. And I've got the Asante Kotoko Dreams FC, do. And on Monday, Brekum Chelsea will play against Diana Stars.
How are you to Ked versus Nanaya Amponsa?
Dreams, Asante Kotoko.
Aye. So, coach, the Okai, Tama de Ubayan. No, Mokohe, a couple patron, former Kotoko, Kotoko assistant.
I saw a former player now, assistant coach.
Oh, no. And a rescue Kotoko.
Oh, Cote d'Ivoire.
No, I was the dreams. That time, the youngsters by Mr. Setiaboa. Was about 1991. And Omuwem and 1991. Kotoko bo goalless draw. Edano.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Edano ni Daniel ni kwe edi red card. Our da matcha Omuboy. And Tokwasi. Ye bo 86 minutes. Nyame kwa kikri na abotoye mo baye e ma nyame timi koye na 97 and 1995 96 Kotoko sa wuram na nyama asa agiagu 1997 98 Jalion says beat Kotoko 1-0 eda no eye Daniel Taxon na say do only go enso ho o ma wuram Kotoko sa mo 3-2 bi let go from Gordon Ablode match ni 2-2 bia nim se apon da no so red card akodi ama Lawrence Amankwa ti se Kotoko ta ko sa region wono against the teams na eya na red card eya dia etesi na nsia akwa Kotoko no mo boy red card si Dauda Mohammed so ko share fastest goal be in 2016 time dreams be league the first no na Kotoko winning with the wache pa and we konya sa win no so 1997 98 and abroad they call share winning goal 3-2 Edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Nantena Kotoko Uram Joseph Fanich as a first goal. Referee lie in the dear class 1 referee then time. Match the ball 1-1. And Yadia Joshua Kennedy TSMA Kotoko fa 3 points in the buy. And Omu Ramua Ayana Niama Dinwo Kromo pa and Niama Diwo Kromo 2000 Mekaipa Sir Samuel Bakai. Do Baba Kotoko. One Kotoko time by a point. Na Michael Osemba power matimi enya victory for Kumase Asante Kotoko 2001 Kotoko called Dau Park Emma Awudu Adama she the only goal for Dau youngsters Kotoko lost that game and 2002 so 1-1 Eba 2015 2016 and Dauda and so say the last time so Kotoko Urama and Yama Sutimi din for Kumase Asante Kotoko and this match there se Kotoko nya winner Ebama coach bi obebe bi anasa Johnson Smith maintainer e betimi aboa ama Kotoko African against Al Hilal ene ma timi akoye ene duru ha ye de Kotoko ne Al Hilal matches enso be wuram e wo dwumadie no so matches bi won ma ya bobo atwama na papa wo Kotoko no e part of ene ma sisi ye nyina ba Kotoko sia knockout stage against clubs omu free northern part of Africa say the city almost a chances of qualification no over Kotoko there chairman Pajaso Tiasepa
sound
se Kotoko wuram North Africa now match na ye born knockout Kotoko chances say or de ba ko animu no from
I tell you, Sudan no go say east. Or the I'm here northern. East. Someday. Okay, Mr. And Saturday. Na no the TD. Unsa me sure say do na nkwa adwuma. Yama ya adwuma nso a ye wa adum ne kejetia ne magazine ne other places no. Okra wie wa adwuma. Anase bia also won kan potable baby na so ye wa adwuma. Na by any chance or plans over Kumasi na china. The tieni ene enumre Oforian Ponsa live. A Queen's Gate pub and restaurant. Oforian Ponsa all for real live. A free of charge. Enti odu ani chemo baba stadium achiwo na no. Queen's Gate asam na make na china +2 pub +2 pub. Also a Kumig guitar Chris audio open pa bra. Kumi guitar, munim kumi guitar no. On the ball, mamenye between no. Amenye between na.
Nenyum
so de papa. So pe high life pa. Kumi guitar. Eti so e chance ene yakoku e chance kumi guitar +2.
Hey.
Tata weekend be there.
Yes, Brunya no be ye fresi.
Yes, Brunya na say ano. Na we kumi guitar so free of charge.
Wow.
+2 pub obeba live band na chagu na kumi guitar na stage no. No guitar na guitar no bo no tonum no na so wagini wan bi kura so be lanche no enya asem ketwa etie nyina de ani be kiremu so na mekan enne e wo Queen's Gate pub na nyame adom a china come guitar e wo aye +2 pub na say no so I don't know me go coach on asem ni coach wie na fa de aka no Emma ye for no so frɛ enche omadwen numbers a ye de be frɛ no ba bia wo bia no o be so frɛ o de bo number no to 0240 929256 0240 929256 and 0240 929283 na wa frɛ acha wadwen